Bum bum ba bum 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 ba bum bum. Welcome back, my friend. This is BJJ Brick Quick. My name is Byron. This is your quick jiu-jitsu podcast. Quicker than some rounds of jiu-jitsu, possibly. This week we're talking about respect on the mats, off the mats, as a training partner, as a competitor, somebody who likes to roll. There's one thing that is often, it's almost mocked in the jiu-jitsu culture, is being strong. It's kind of seen as a backhanded compliment when you get done rolling with somebody to say, man, you're strong. No comment about the jiu-jitsu or the ability of the person to perform any technique. Man, you're strong. And we're all guilty of saying that occasionally, and we don't mean it as a negative thing. But strength in jiu-jitsu is not seen as a positive. It helps, but if you're having to be strong to get your jiu-jitsu to work, your jiu-jitsu should be better. That's kind of the overall thoughts among many of the jiu-jitsu community. So if you want to get more respect on the mats, and that's the compliment you're getting, that's like, okay, they respect my strength. They respect my non-jiu-jitsu part of jiu-jitsu. Now, on the hierarchy of physical traits that lead to little to no respect, strength is pretty high up there. Flexibility. That's another thing that people will say, man, you're flexible. Wow, didn't see that coming. You put your leg behind your own head, then my head, and then the coach's head. Like, that's very flexible. That's yet again not necessarily a super good compliment. It's not as, because people get flexible doing jiu-jitsu. So you might have flexible, part of your game or whatever. So it's not quite as bad as someone saying that you're strong. And you know what? Being flexible in jiu-jitsu is like, it really opens up some doors that are unusual for you, that people don't get used to fighting against. So it's definitely some strategic advantages in that. Both those are up to you. If you want to be a strong grappler, if you want to take your off-the-mat training seriously, good for you. If you want to do some extra yoga or stretching out or become flexible, you could probably do that. At least more flexible. But there is something you can do that seems to always get respect as far as like a physical thing. And that's have better cardio. This has happened to you because it's happened to everybody. Let's say you're going at a 5-minute round. This is like the fifth round of jiu-jitsu. You're getting there. You got a good sweat going. A lot of the people who are doing jiu-jitsu are getting tired by then, and you start the round off, and it's kind of got a high pace. And let's just say this is happening to me, and I'm doing well in the match or in the training session. Get a sweep, get on top, get side control, work. I'm working on getting a choke. I go to mount, I get the back. It's going pretty good for old Byron. Yeah, I'll take it. Pushing the pace, I'm working hard. I'm getting, I'm in dominant positions, but I'm still working pretty darn hard. Getting a little tired. What happens next? Guy escapes. Guy resets the position to a neutral. Maybe he's in my guard. And you know what? Not one bit of tiredness looking on this person. I respect that every time. It's like, dang it. You didn't even wear down a little bit? It's the same. It's like, it's not jiu-jitsu. It's the same as strength or being flexible or being quick. Although quick could be deceptive. That's a whole different category. Because, if you're one step ahead, you seem quicker when you just know what's going to happen. But people always seem to respect having that good cardio, the ability to push the pace. And so if that happened to me and I'm doing good and then I kind of lose control of the match a little bit and I want to take a little break and my training partner wants to push the pace, I always respect that. It's like, man, I was doing really well on that first part of the match, and now they've absorbed all I had, and now they're coming after me. And it may not be, exact perfect technique, but man, it's kind of like if you're in a fight and you hit them with your best shot, boom, and they just look at you. It's like, oh crap. I just gave you heavy pressure. I got close on a couple chokes, or maybe I've tapped you out 3 times, and you sat up and you're ready to go for another round. It's like, man, that's pretty good. Respect that. Have you guys had that experience? Maybe that's always you. You're always got a little bit more gas in the tank than the other person. So we can control that one. What are you doing off the mat training? How many rounds you usually go? I'm not saying you need to quit. Yeah, okay, so I was going to wrap it up. But I'm not saying roll 2 rounds and quit because you're getting tired. That's quite the opposite. Go into the deeper rounds. Find your way to the deep end of the pool. And learn to swim there. And then learn to excel in that area. That's where no one's going to get super tired the first round or 2. There's some of us, but depending on how we feel. I'm getting older. Anyways, go to those deep rounds, and maybe you need to do some off the mat cardio work. Maybe it's just steady training. 3 to 5 times a week, always into the deep rounds, always wanting to push. Even when you're tired. Your cardio will catch up with you. Get better for you. Guys, if you want to support the podcast, bjjbrick.com. Go to the shop. There's a couple of different audiobooks in there. I usually been plugging your first year of BJJ. If you're newish, that's the one for you, my friend. If you've been there for a little while, if you've been doing jiu-jitsu for a while, check out I think it's 6 BJJ training games. It's how you alter the way you train. The actual rolling portion, like change some of the parameters there. Your training partners don't even have to know you're doing it. And it will change the way you do jiu-jitsu. Check that one out, too, if you're a little more experienced. Hope you have a great day, my friend, and stay sweaty.